Hey everybody, welcome to that Vinyl channel. I'm that Vinyl Guy Boss. So welcome back to segment number 5 of my Seal Classic Albums review. Over the years, I have inadvertently, you could say, collected 75 Seal Classic albums. That is albums that are at least 25 years old. I decided to go ahead and show them all to you. I'm showing them all about 10, 11 records at a time. There are 4 other videos, and I'll put a card up above to the very first video, which explains even more. But this here is number 5. I pulled out my next batch of records here. So let me go ahead and start showing them to you, okay? Okay, so the first one here is going to be 707, the second album. Now, 707 is a great rock band. I have two other albums by them. They're really good. This one I haven't heard yet. I recently picked it up. According to back here, it says it's from 1981 on the Castleberry label. Here is what the back of the cover looks like. But again, just a mainstream rock band. Early 80s stuff. Really good stuff from them. So there you go. Okay, next we have Streetheart, Dancing with Danger. Okay, and this is from 1983. I have a sweet spot for stuff in the early 80s, especially in 1983. I graduated high school in 1983, and I really like the sound of that music. So I have a lot of early to mid 80s stuff in my collection. But this here is from 1983. Very cool. This is on the board. Is it on the Boardwalk? Looks like it's on the Boardwalk label. So very cool. Here is what the back of this looks like. And this here again is just a mainstream rock band. Pretty cool. So Streetheart, Dancing with Danger. Okay, moving on to the next one here. This one is Sad Cafe. The name of this album is not sure. This might be the very first release. It looks like it's a self-titled album. This is from 1980, according to what the date says back here. I'll show you a picture here of the back of the album. Now I already have 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different Sad Cafe albums already in my collection. They're really great. I really like them a lot. So this here is going to be another one to go and add to it. But again, this is Sad Cafe from 1980. Okay, have a soundtrack here for you. This here is Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit. So it features James Brown, Patty Brooks, T.K. Carter, and et cetera, and et cetera. I'll show you the back of this. So I'm not really sure when this came out. I think this came out in the late 80s, right? Let me see if I can find a date here. If I can. My eyes aren't the greatest in the world. I'm not sure. I think this came out in the late 80s or the early 90s, right? But anyways, this here is a Seal soundtrack. Again, this is Dr. Detroit. All right, next we have Ronnie Montrose, and this is The Speed of Sound. So this came out in 1988. It is on the Enigma label. This is what the back of this looks like. This is basically a instrumental album with basically guitars. So pretty cool. Of course, it has the Ronnie Montrose name, so you know it makes you think of Montrose. And but pretty cool stuff. I wanted to go and hear this, and of course, still sealed. So not a bad thing. But there you go. This is Ronnie Montrose in The Speed of Sound. Okay, and next we have some orchestral music. This is going to be themes from sci-fi films composed by John Williams. So this is, again, this is the London Philharmonic Orchestra. They redid select tracks from Star Wars and from 2001: A Space Odyssey, and they're on this. So there is no date on this. I'm going to assume this came out in the late 70s, maybe even the early 80s. But I'm into this kind of music. I really like it a lot. Big into sci-fi. But there you go. This here is the London Philharmonic Orchestra doing Star Wars and 2001. All right, and I picked this up as a blind buy. I mean, come on, with that kind of picture, I mean, of course, I'm going to pick something like this up, right? But this here is Straight Lines. I believe this is the self-titled album. The date on this is 1980. It says CBS Records Canada Limited. I'm going to assume that this is a Canadian band. But I'm pretty sure it's just a rock band. But again, I'll go ahead and show you the back here. Very, very cool. But there you go. That is Straight Lines. Okay, next we have Dan McCafferty. So this came out in 1975. He is one of the original founding members of Nazareth. So this is just a basic rock album, very typical of what you would hear from a rock band from 1975. Sounds a lot like a Jefferson Airplane type stuff, but very cool. So there you go. All right, next we're moving on to Angel City. This is Darkroom. This was released in 1980. From what I understand, there was another band in the UK also called Angel. So this band had to change their name to Angel City because you can't have, it's confusing having two bands with the same name. So, but anyways, I already have a couple of the Angel City records, and they're pretty good. So I want to pick up this one. It says here featuring No Secrets, Pro Baby, Face the Day, which are tracks off the album. I'm going to go ahead and see the track listing there. Okay, next we're moving on to the Sterling Cook Force, and this is Force This. So this here, from the back of this, it says it's from 1986. This is a hard rock band, probably closer to metal, from what I understand, and it was released on Ransom Records. But pretty cool stuff. I wanted to hear it, so I picked it up. Okay, last but not least, we have Iron City House Rockers, Love's Too Tough. This is from 1979. I do have a bunch of 45s from this band. I did enjoy them. So this here was a blind buy, even though I knew who they were. I wasn't familiar with this album, but I wanted to go and pick it up. I got it for just a couple dollars. So, but there you go. This here again from 1979, and this here is Iron City House Rockers, Love's Too Tough. All right, and that's the end of this video. I do want to thank everybody for joining me today. Oh, don't forget, I'll be putting out 2 more videos just like this one coming up really soon. So again, I want to thank everybody, and I'll see you all next time.